Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again on Skill Jogger. We are going to proceed with AdventureWorks 2012 database. Last time we finished on table production.product, and we're just gonna go with product category. Need to check all the tables in this data set so we can then continue to check out the data in it, analyze, aggregate, join, and so on. So in product category, a small table, only 4 categories with bikes, components, clothing, and accessories. I will not discuss further this columns. For now, they are probably not so important. So the next one is product cost history. We have product ID, start and end date, and standard cost, which sometimes, as I can see here, the ID is being duplicated, so the cost is showed per year, so since the start of July until the end of June of the next year, and then it repeats itself. Now here is null because maybe this time period was still going on. Product description. So we have product description ID. There are some descriptions as aluminum alloy caps, large diameter spindle. And the next columns. Now product document. Product ID, some document node. I know it looks like some code. Not sure how it can be used. So the next one is product inventory. So we have the product ID, location ID, shelf and bin. Sometimes I guess, well, I come from logistics, so in warehouses there may be some shelves and bin as a specified location where a pallet of goods is being stored in the warehouse, but not sure if this is the case here. And we have also information about quantity. Next, product list price history. So this one is similar to cost, but here we have the list price, so the price we are selling our products. Product inventory was list product model. So probably each product can have different models, but for here I thought that there will be product ID and there will be like duplicated product ID, 3 the same products but have 3 different models, but here these are just separate models, 128 of them. Product model illustration ID and illustration ID. Product model yeah, that's the long one. Product model, product description culture. Model ID, product description ID, culture ID. Product photo. So there's ID, thumbnail photo, the name of the file, large photo. I'm not sure if such code can be used somehow to extract, or actually I had some programming lessons. It may be a code for some colors, F700. It maybe something like that, but not sure. If well, for now I will just leave it as it is. Product again, photo. So I have IDs here and primary, which is always one. Actually, I can show that as we are discussing SQL here, and I didn't mention a lot of queries which has to be or have to be, they have to be trained, so I have to repeat them. So if I want to use a clause which will use a condition on a certain column or columns, I can use where, and this time I need to put primary in the square brackets, as primary is some default function in SQL, something like this, and I can use like where primary is equal to 1, and now I can see I have 504 rows, and if I execute, I picked only the rows where primary column is equal to 1, and I have still the same amount of rows, so the primary in this column is always 1. So that's the training. Production product review is a small table of 4 ID reviews. There is a product ID, the reviewer name, email address, rating, and we have some comment here. Now product subcategory, which is an ID, product category ID, subcategory is more precise description of category, so we have one category and in it, for example, 3 subcategories. We have the name, and that's all we need for now. Scrap reason. Well, scrap reason seems like it's the reason why some parts may be thrown away into the garbage, and this is the names of these reasons, and this is the ID of the reasons. Now we have transaction history, which shows the ID transaction, product ID, reference order ID, reference order line, transaction type, quantity, and actual cost. There is also archive, where, well, we can actually, okay, let's go with archive, and let's use another clause which is order by transaction date, and it is as a default it is ascending, so from the oldest. So we have since 17th of May 2005 until the 31st of August 2007. So let's say 2 years, and we have 89,000 rows in archive. And if I delete this, now we have the continuum from the 1st September to 3rd of September, from the September to September. But here we have a little bit more rows, 23,000 more, so in total 113. So the first part, archive, is until 2007, and then there is this part of transaction history. Now we have production unit measure, so probably here we have the unit of measure code, which was in the last episode, I guess, and here we have a name for this unit of measure. Very useful table, as sometimes it's hard to decode unit of measures that are in a few letters only. Right, so let's go now with work order. There is some work order ID, product ID, quantity, stocked quantity, scrapped. We have start date, end date, due date, and the reason. So routing, work order ID, product ID, operation sequence, location, scheduled start date, scheduled end date, actual start date and actual end date, resource, hours, planned cost, actual cost. Now we are moving on to the new schema, which is purchasing and the table product vendor. So ID of product, business entity, average lead time, standard price, last received cost, last received date, minimum order quantity, maximum order quantity, on order quantity, which is not so clear for me, not sure what it means, and unit measure code. Purchase order detail. Purchase order detail. What is this about? We have purchase order ID, purchase order detail ID, due date, order quantity, product ID, unit price, line total, received, rejected, and stocked. Project order header, which is ID of purchase order, revision number, status, employee ID, vendor ID, ship method ID. That's the first time we see this one for sure. Order date, ship date, subtotal, tax amount, freight. So subtotal plus tax amount plus freight equals total due amount to pay. Now we have the ship method, which is 5 methods to choose: truck, ground, express, overseas deluxe, overnight fast, and cargo transport with different ship bases and ship rates. Now going to vendor. So it's business entity, account number, name of the business entity. Is it the name of business entity? Well, it has to be actually, but still it's the name of the vendor, so interesting. Can this be duplicated for business entity? Seems like it's not, and it always goes by 2, so interesting. And credit rating, preferred vendor status, active flag, purchasing web service URL. So we have the last schema, which is sales. For here we can see country, region, currency. So country, region code is this one in short, and the currency code is a 3-letter code, which may also not be so clear for sure for all of the currencies. Next table shows a credit card, type, card number, expiration month, expiration year, and that's all. We have now another table with currency, but this time we have the name of the currency, so that it makes it easier. We have also the currency rate, which is always compared to US dollars. Also seems that there is a multiple rows with a lot of USDs. Not sure why they were here mentioned. And also, here is the conversion to which currency, average rate per that day probably, and at the end of the day. Sales, customer. So we have the customer ID, person ID, store ID, territory ID, person credit card, business entity, business credit ID, not much information, but maybe we can use it somehow. Moving on to sales order detail. So here we have sales order ID, sales order detail ID, carry tracking number, order quantity, product ID, special offer ID, unit price discount, line total. So we could find here the lines, the sales orders where unit price discount was different than 0, which is, for example, 43875. So I would like to make sure how it's calculated. So I can do something like just select, put it in a bracket, maybe not even in the bracket, 12 multiplied by 1971.99442 multiplied by 0.98 because 2% discount. And now let's check both. So this one was 23,190 and here is 23,190. I could also use as clause to create an alias. I'm not sure if that's also called in English, but yeah, calc of line total. So if I used as, now the column is called as I mentioned after the as. Okay, so now we know how it's calculated. Now let's go to sales order header. So we have here the sales order ID, revision number, order date, due date, ship date, status, online order flag, sales order number, purchase order number, account number, customer ID, salesperson ID, territory ID, bill to address. That's the first time we can see this, I think. Ship to address ID, ship method, credit ID, credit card approval code, currency rate, subtotal, tax amount, freight, total due, and comment. A lot of information. Another one, we have a sales reason. Okay, so here are only the IDs of sales reasons. There is also a table called salesperson, which has business entity ID, territory ID, sales quota, which I have to check, is it a limit, or maybe if they sell anything above that they get the bonus. There's also a commission, PCT, is it PCT? Also don't know what it means. Sales year to date, sales last year. And that's all. Salesperson quota history is another one. Business entity ID, quota date, sales quota, sales reason. These are the sales reasons, which is price and promotion, review, demo event, and reason type, other promotion, marketing. So just that. Sales tax rate has an ID, state province ID, tax type, the rate of the tax, the name of the tax, and that's it. Sales territory, so here is the name of territory, country, region code, group, sales year to date, sales last year, cost year to date, cost last year. And we have also the history. We can see here a little more of the rows with business entity ID, territory ID, start date and end date. Now shopping cart item, which would seem that I imagine it would show the data that each user online during the shopping via the website. You can see what everyone had in the cart, and maybe some of them would be not finished, been finished tries of buying. What? Uncompleted purchase attempts. That's a nice phrase from Google Translator. So uncompleted purchase attempts, but here I can see just 3 rows. I don't have an idea how useful this table would be. What do we know about special offers? That there are 16 of them. We have some description. Discount, I don't know, is it discount points or I don't know. Type, category, start date, and a minimum quantity and maximum quantity. There is also a special offers product with special offer ID and product ID. And the last table is sales store with business entity ID, name, salesperson, demographics. I can click on that. Not sure still how I could open it, but maybe I can do it on my second screen if it works. VentureWorks schema, current version. Okay, so it opens an XML. Describes demographic, current version. Not sure how to open it, but here I can see the most useful information. So some annual sales, square feet of the business entity, and so on. So yeah, that's all the tables for today, and the next time we will just go through different queries in SQL, maybe join some tables and try to find some interesting information from this database. So thank you very much for listening, and see you soon, guys. Bye bye.